Welcome to the how-to video for the Shakespeare's Monologues website. I'm Stephen. I built the site and improved it greatly with a little help from my friends through the years. See the About page on the website for more about all that. Neither Morgan Freeman nor Anthony Hopkins were available for this voiceover, so you'll have to settle for listening to me instead. Hopefully, you're able to use the site to find monologues without any help, but if you're confused or if you just want to make sure you're getting the most out of the site, this video will walk you through how to use each of the site's features. I imagine you'd rather be spending this time working on a new monologue, so I'll try to keep it fairly brief. In this video, I'm using the latest version of Google Chrome as of July 1st, 2012. If you don't use Chrome, some of the browser behavior you'll see here will differ from how things look to you, but don't worry. This video will still help you learn the site, regardless of which web browser you're using. If you like the way Chrome looks and you want to try it, just Google for download Google Chrome. There are versions of Chrome available for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS, but enough about web browsers. The site is divided into two sections, one for men's roles and one for women's roles. To get started, click on either the men or the women. Next, you'll see a list of the plays categorized by comedies, histories, and tragedies, as they were categorized in the first folio of 1623. Click on a play to view the monologues in that play. Let's start with Midsummer. When you click on a play title, you're taken to the list of monologues for that play. For each monologue in the list, you'll see the character name, whether the piece is verse or prose, the first line of the monologue, and the act scene and line number. If you find you're viewing monologues for the wrong sex, switch to the other sex by clicking the link there under the search field. Here you'll notice Puck is listed under women as well as men. Now, switching back to men's monologues for Midsummer, let's look at how to read a monologue. Just click on the first line of the monologue to open and read it. Click Hide when you're done. Then click the first line of another monologue to read it. You could keep doing this through each monologue that interests you, or if you'd rather not bother with all this clicking, you can instead use this Expand All link up here under the search box to open all the monologues and read them all in one long scroll without clicking. Or if you find you don't like that so much after all, just return to the top of the page and click Collapse All to return to the more compact view. Once you've chosen your monologue, you're going to want to read the scene to get a better idea of what's happening in the monologue. Click on the act scene and line number for the piece, and the open source Shakespeare site, a great site, will open in a new browser tab or window right at the location of the monologue within the scene. Scroll up to the top to get to the top of the scene, where you'll also find a link to the top of the play. You should always read the whole play before performing a monologue. To return to Shakespeare's monologues, just close the tab or window for open source Shakespeare. And now let's look at the search feature. We'll start off by searching across all plays for both men's and women's monologues. We'll start with a simple search for the first line of the All the World's a Stage speech. As you type, the site starts looking for monologues containing the words you're typing and starts displaying them below the search field. The search doesn't only look at the first line of monologues, though. It also searches the entire text of each monologue. So let's search for a phrase which is not on the first line of this piece, like his axe being 7 ages. Here's another way to return to searching all plays for both men and women. Click on the word both here in this mini navigation menu in the upper left. And now I'll type his axe being 7 ages, and there it is. Next, I'm going to return to searching all monologues for both men and women by clicking again on both. And now, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to show you some shortcomings of the search feature and how to work around them. It's not Google, so you may have some expectations from using Google which don't carry over into this much simpler search functionality. We can see this at play very clearly when searching for what is probably the best known of all the monologues, Hamlet's to be or not to be speech. If we start off searching without punctuation, the speech does appear in the results, but with all other monologues which also use those words in any order. As you can see, that doesn't really help find the needle in the haystack, so let's add the punctuation, a comma after each B. That narrows it down further, but these are some very common words, so let's add more words to whittle it down more. That is the question. And there is the answer. Luckily, with a monologue this popular, you probably know which play it's from. So, to shrink the size of the haystack before searching, go right to the play first, and then search. I'll click on Men here in the upper left. Really, I will. Very soon. And then I'll click on Hamlet. Now I'll type in the phrase I'm searching for, to be, comma, or, and there's our needle, found much more easily in this smaller haystack. Once you've chosen a monologue and read the play, you're going to want to start doing your scansion and transcription work. That's what these little PDF icons are for. Click on the PDF icon to get a double-spaced PDF of the monologue for easy printing. One of two things will happen here. Either the PDF will open in a new tab, or you'll be prompted to save the file. These PDFs are provided by the good T. Quillen at inexplicabledumbshow.com, formerly the Mirror Up to Nature. Please support them by dropping by inexplicabledumbshow.com sometime and have a listen to a podcast or two, or several. This ends the main section of the video about how to use the site. If that's all you wanted to know, go ahead and close the video now and go find yourself a monologue and break a leg. If you want to know more about the site and related things, stick around for a few more minutes. Firstly, you may have noticed there are no ads displayed on the site in this video. That's because I use ad blocking software. And I don't mind if you use ad blocking software too. In the FAQ, I've got links to ad blocking software. Click on the FAQ in the footer at the bottom of any page on the site, and next click on the entry for I don't like ads. Why are there so many ads on the site? You'll be taken to the answer. For the same reason, you see ads in the program when you see a play, blah, 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 blah. Scroll down a bit, find the link for the browser or device you're using, and click on the link to be taken to a page where you can install an ad blocking add-on. I've already got it installed, but you'd see an install button up there where it says Added to Chrome. Next, I'm going to show you how to get a monologue of the day to appear in your favorite social media feed at around 7:20 p.m. Pacific time each night. Most pages of the site, you'll see a block of icons and links over here near the top right. You can click the Facebook like button or the Google Google ++1 button to do it the quick way, or you can visit the pages first to see what you'll be getting. To visit Facebook first before liking it, click this FB link. I'll scroll down here past the administrator goodies to see what you'll see, where you can click the like button. And scrolling down, we see more info on the site. Here's a monologue of the day entry with a link to the page where the monologue is found. Occasionally, I'll post other goodies, like this word cloud, which shows the frequency of use of words in monologues in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Other than the monologue of the day, I'll post other things like this once or twice a month. I avoid overposting. I don't want to annoy you. So, each monologue of the day post includes a link to the first line of the piece, and a link to the monologues for that play. If you prefer Google Plus to Facebook, click the G Plus link over here. And as on the Facebook page, you'll find basic site info, miscellaneous stuff, and the monologue of the day. You can click +1 to +1 it or share it. Add the page to your circles to get the monologue of the day in your feed every night. And as on Facebook, clicking a link in a monologue of the day post will take you to the page where that monologue is found. If you use Twitter, you can follow @ShakesMonos to get a monologue of the day in your Twitter feed each night. Just click the Twitter link here near the top of the right-hand column. Log into Twitter if you're not logged in already, and click the follow button while viewing the profile for @ShakesMonos. As with Facebook and Google+, clicking the link in a monologue of the day tweet will take you to the page where the monologue is found. And if you have an Android phone or tablet, you can download and install the Android app. Click the Android app link here near the top of the right-hand column to go to the Google Play Store for the Google Store page for the app. Sign in to Google Play. If you're not already logged in, then use the install button to send the app to your phone or your tablet, or both. The current version of the app lets you browse through to a play more quickly than you could with your phone's browser, and then it launches the browser to display the monologues for that play. There are no ads in the app itself. Next version of the app will include monologues within the app itself. If you use Chrome and you'd like an icon on your new tab page, you can go to the Chrome Web Store to install Shakespeare's Monologues, which will put this icon here on your new tab page. Click it to launch the site. And now it's time for me to close by shamelessly promoting the donate button. Donations ground to a halt when the economy crashed. The only donation I've had in the last 2 years was a $1 test donation from myself, at a total of about $10 in donations in the 2 years before that, after the market tanked. So, anyway, if you like using the site more than spending a day with the complete works of Shakespeare in your lap, or if you like it more than those other few sites that include only a handful of the monologues instead of all of the monologues, like you can find on this site, please consider buying me a cup of coffee or helping me pay down my grad school loans and start saving for my own kids' education. This site is not a registered nonprofit, so the donation won't be tax deductible, but it will be much appreciated. As a reminder, the site is at shakespeare-monologues.org, but if you forget that, you can easily find it with your favorite search engine. There's my kids helping me search. Just search for Shakespeare Monologue or Shakespeare's Monologues, and it will be the first result on Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc. Thanks for watching. Thanks for using the site. And if the topic of searching for monologues comes up in conversation, please tell your friends, tell your teachers, tell your directors, tell your classmates, tell your castmates about the site so they can easily find new Shakespeare's monologues too. Oh, and break a leg.